Let's begin with the second chapter from your economics book of grade 9. Basic terms and concepts used in economics. From this chapter we are going to know what are the different kind of terms that is used in economics and what are its meanings. The very first term is wants. Wants means desire, right? Wants means desire. So what are the wants that everybody has? We have for better living, we desire to change and increase our knowledge for human progress, and you can say human wants are ever growing and never ending. Means each person is having their want, and the want, as that individual is trying to satisfy one want, the second want will again start. The meaning is that today I want this, I get it, next again I'll want something else. It is never ending. The want is ever growing, it is growing every day. So there are few characteristics of human wants. Number one, wants are repeated. Few wants are there in every individual which are getting repeated several days, or you can say every day, again and again it is happening. For example, lunch, dinner and breakfast, it is every day we are doing this, and the want of food is not decreasing, it is increasing, right? Every day we are having food. Next is wants may differ with age. So wants can get differed, can get changed according to our age. When we were small, we were crying for some chocolates. As we grow up, maybe we are crying today for a mobile phone. Next, when we grow up more, we'll cry for a laptop or a desktop. Next, bike. Next, car. It keeps on changing, right? According to the age group, it is changing. Wants may differ with gender. A girl might ask for a doll, but a boy might ask for a car or maybe a gun toy. So it is changing according to the gender also. A girl can want a sari or a salwar suit, whereas a boy can ask for maybe a t-shirt or a shirt or a pant, right? So it is changing. Wants may differ with preferences. Maybe there are two persons in the same family, but the food habits are different. The wants are changing according to the preferences, according to the taste. It is changing. So it is somebody asking, maybe wants to have ice cream in the same family. Somebody else is asking for maybe sweets. Right? It can change according to the preferences and taste. Wants may differ with climate. As we are residing in this West Bengal, in summer season we can say that we want cotton clothes, and in winter season we are asking for woolen clothes. And so in the same season, which is here, like in the, suppose we are here in summer season, that time we are not putting on any kind of woolen clothes. But in the month, or suppose May, July, this time June, July, that time if you go to Darjeeling, that time you have to put on your cardigans, you have to put on your woolens. So according to the climate, according to the weather we are residing in, our wants changes. Wants may differ with the culture. Okay, we are having different cultures in India, so it can change according to the culture. Maybe in a marriage party we are going, we'll put on sari of a red color or different kind of colors. And if you go to Kerala or Tamil Nadu, you'll find people going to the marriage parties, they're putting on some white kind of saris and white kind of dhotis. So it is changing according to the culture. Okay, they are having different kind of dressing sense and different culture, and they are following it, and we are having something different, we are following this culture. Next is wants are unlimited. At the very beginning I have told you that wants are unlimited. With the passing time, human wants are increasing and it's unlimited. As you try to fulfill one, the next one will emerge again. So wants will keep on growing for the lifetime. Now, the next term is goods. The end result of all economic activities is the satisfaction of human wants. Goods stand for any commodity that satisfies the human want and has exchange value. Our different wants are satisfied by material and tangible things called goods, such as bread, milk, butter, clothes, furniture, etc. The term good is used in a wider sense, which include material as well as non-material. Well, non-material means services. Okay, so we can say what are goods. Goods are the things or the materials and the services which is satisfying human wants. Okay, what is a want? Want is a desire to have certain things, that is called want. And what is goods? Goods means the commodities, materials or services which are able to satisfy human wants. Those are goods. Now let us classify the goods. We can classify it in many in diagram you can see so many categories are there. First is economic goods and non-economic goods. Non-economic good means the things which we are getting free from the nature and we don't have to pay. That is non-economic. For example, sunshine, air, all these are free. And the things, the economic goods are which one? For which we have to pay. It is having exchange value. If you want to go and buy a book, that is having a value. So they are saying it is an economic good. Next we are saying material goods and non-material goods. Material goods are those goods that are tangible in nature and have definite shape and size. That means you can touch. Okay, you can touch and see that material. That is called material good. And non-material goods are those which you cannot touch. It is psychological. That means it is a service. They're talking about some service, like a doctor is treating a sick person, right? That is non-material good. It is talking about the intangible services. Next they are saying consumer good and producer good. Consumer goods are those goods which are ready in the market or in the shop. You can go and consume it and use it. Okay, consume it or use it. That is called consumer good. For example, you go to buy a book, so you can take the book and start reading. That is a consumer goods. Or bread, you can take it and start it there. So that is a consumer good. And producer good are those goods which you cannot which you cannot consume directly. That means it have to go under production for one more step. For example, cotton. You cannot take cotton and put on your body and say, yes, I am putting on a cloth, right? From that cotton we have to make thread, and from thread we have to make a cloth. From that cloth you can now cut out a shirt or a skirt and then you can use it, right? Those are called producer goods. The goods which are used to produce something new, that is producer good. Perishable good and durable good. Perishable goods are those which gets spoiled very easily. Within a short span of time it will get spoiled. That is perishable. For example, the food items, the cooked food items, they get perished very easily, like milk, like bread. Okay, those are perishable goods. Durable goods are those which can be kept for a longer period of time, like TV, car, okay, book. All these are durable goods. Next is intermediate good and final good. Intermediate goods are those which are having or which are going under production for one more time. Okay, intermediate good. Those are not ready to be used. Okay, the raw materials we get, they are going under for one more level or one more step for production. For example, the thread I was talking about. The thread is an intermediary good. And the thread will be brought to the factory again, that will help in making cloth. Directly we are not going to use the cloth simply like that. We have to stitch it. So that is an intermediary good. You can say the cloth is the intermediary good here. And final goods are those which have completed all the process of production and is ready, and it's now ready to be used. And intermediary are not ready to be used now. One more time it have to go under production process and then it will be ready. And the final good is already all the steps they have covered and now it is ready to be used. Next we are having private good and public good. Private good means the goods which are owned by a single person and it is used by him or his family. That is a private good. Suppose a TV. A TV bought in your family. That is a private good. You and your family is watching it. That is a private one. And there are public goods. Public goods are those like college, park, hospital, where the few community or maybe common persons, the public is using. Those are public goods. So these are the different types of goods, and at the top of the page you can see I have tried to mention to an example of TV. So if we say TV is a economical or non-economical good, we have to say TV is a economic good. TV is a material or non-material good. TV is a material good. Okay, TV is a consumer good or producer good. It's a consumer good. TV is a durable good or perishable. It is durable in its nature. TV is a final good or intermediary. It's final. TV is a private good or a public good. It is a private good. Hopefully you have understood the chapter. Go through the chapter. If you have any doubt, you can tell me.